Fungicide, sorry. Oh hey y'all, why am I rearranging my plant room again? If y'all are new here, 6 months ago, I rearranged this room and I love just how it looks. But here's the thing, it's fall now. Just to make sure these babies are okay, I'm adding another shelf, I'm adding more grow lights, and I'm moving things around. So I'm panicking a little bit. I was listening to Shania Twain. I have a GoPro, I don't know. You know, as I move the shelves, as I add the shelves, I'm gonna talk about why this makes sense when you're going into fall and winter seasons that have less sun, seasons that have cooler temperatures, at least in Canada. So going into these colder months, the two things you need to manipulate are light and temperature. Now, temperature for me in here, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I've lived here for 6 years. The plants have been like this for 6 years. The windows actually are insulated so well that it could be minus 30 degrees Celsius with a wind chill of -4. No, I'm kidding. It could be that cold with the leaves touching the window and they're fine. But light, that is the biggest thing. Okay, see, I'm a crazy person and I made a whole web. I need to make sure I'm doing everything right. Oh, it's dark. Yeah, this is my web. First thing is to remove all these plants. Everything here, so the big Hoyas down here, the big plants up here, pretty much staying unchanged. It's really the plants on the wire shelving. I'm really just gonna drag this to the other side of the room. Oh my God. Miss Brandy doesn't need a grow light, so we're gonna drag her just off to the side next to Miss Monstera. I literally had to tie her against the shelf. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the shelves that have wheels. Best decision. I think in the future I would have all of these wire shelves on wheels. I just unplugged the grow lights because they're all intertwined. I'll talk about the grow lights in a bit and how I'm gonna do them, but I'm just dragging. What was that sound? The wheel got stuck on a piece of LECA and it dragged. And I'm just gonna move them. Oh my God. I'm gonna move them into the living room. My God, there's so many LECAs that I'm just like dragging, okay? This is so weird. Okay. So one of the shelves was beside this one was against the window. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit because y'all can see the LECAs. All the LECA drops. I wasn't planning to, but I think I might clean the window. Yeah, let's clean the window. You know, guys, I want to change this shelf, but after looking, I think the heights are okay. I don't think I need to overthink this. I think we can introduce this shelf that y'all have probably seen. It was part of the original plan to put this shelf as well into the room, but I just didn't have room. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping. That's when you know I'm panicking. I have gloves with like rubber grip and I'm still dropping things. There's one thing that I didn't really consider. So I am planning to have the shelf right beside the one next to the door, but this shelf. So the Hoyas are living all here, and I actually did cluster a lot of them here before I did this move, just because I know that all these Hoyas are staying the same, the pots are staying the same, the trellises are staying the same. The only thing, y'all, these trellises are a little high. You can see that they're kind of peeking through the top here. Obviously, once a plant grows, You could see it here. The tendrils already kind of going through. You could see that in the one in the back. I think that's a Nova Ghost back there. I just need to move that shelf like 3 levels down, but in order to do that, gotta take all the plants out. Gotta take all the plants out. And because I'm lowering that shelf, the shelf that has its high constellations right now, I'm gonna have to remove all the plants. Okay, let's start. Aglaonema, my baby, doesn't need a lot of light. I got my UPIs up here. Look at how well she's doing. Look at how well. Okay, and then this one's gonna be so dramatic. My Pendulifolium, girl. Oh, the LECA's dropping, it's raining on me. Ooh, oh my, oh. I don't know if you can see anything. My Pendulifolium, look at her. I need to repot her because she's in this tiny little pot and she's not really growing fast. I think I love how this is like a merry-go-round. Or babies have that thing. I don't even know what it's called. I love how I just scream babies. The LECA, okay. Why don't I just drag this shelf out slowly and then put the shelves on this one, move this one over here, and then just move the plants onto here so it's not like a double, like put the plant down, bring it back up.
I think I like it. Okay.
Oh, hey y'all. Okay, so sorry that took me forever. I made notes on my laptop. I might go through them again before I continue just to make sure I'm not forgetting something, because the last time I did. One of the big things that I talked about in the last video that I didn't really show because I didn't really do a good job is the electrical. So these grow lights, I have them in different sizes, 24 inch, 36 inch, and 48. These are 36. It's 36 is the one that I use the most just because the shelves are around the same length. You can link about 8 at a time. And so I just had to think about how can I place these shelves close enough to each other so then the extensions or the links can reach, because that's the biggest issue. They sell extensions that go up to 36 inches. The ones that come in the kit, I think they're only 12. They're very short. But the longest extension is 36. I basically had to be like so smart when it came to the gaps. If I want to link 8 with one power cord, so you can see if I hang a grow light right here, it does reach the next one just about. So I had to do a bunch of like measuring, keeping these grow lights all the same, and just making sure all the cords can reach each other. I'm gonna say this again, it doesn't matter that I have a southwest facing window. Winter is brutal, and the hours of light is just so horrendous during the winter. And also there's 2 buildings. Okay, y'all, I need to go through my notes. And I'm gonna eat. It's about 11-ish. Oh my God, is the sun coming out? Oh, wow, the sun. Okay, I just need to go through my notes. I'm a little scared. My neighbors, their balcony's right there. If they go outside, they're gonna see me eating my bowl of fruit. So I have oranges and peaches currently. What's the fruit that you absolutely love? I like eat oranges every day, and honestly, whatever's in season. Okay, maybe I'll talk about a little bit like the steps. So before I moved anything, I had to repot all the plants that had to be repotted into bigger pots. I needed to add trellises to specifically Hoya so I could factor in the height. So just knowing that, I would know what height the shelves would be. I talked about already the linkages when it comes to the grow lights. Am I doubling up anywhere? I might double up where the Hoyas are, that shelf that I built. There's a chance this big space here I might double up. No, I can't. There's already 8 here. Okay, I won't. I'm only doubling up there. Okay, see, I would have forgot about that if I didn't read this. Oh yeah, and then, okay, y'all know my opinions about the air circulation in here. So before, when I started my plant journey, I was so scared to put plants under a vent. So if I just tip you like this, up there is a vent. During the summer, it is blasting cold air conditioning, and then in the winter, it's dry heat. Again, I've lived here for about 6 years. I've grown plants here for about 5. My plants are fine, but I'm not gonna put my queen anthurium or my Anthurium regale under this vent. I'm gonna put plants that can take it, and for me, I put a list of which plants are more tolerant, and at the top of the list, it's Hoyas. The shelf on the wheels that's gonna go here, first shelf up there is gonna be Hoyas. Monsteras also, in my opinion, they're pretty tolerant. My Thai Constellation's already here. In the future, maybe, put my Monstera Burley Marks Flames, Monstera Aurea props, once they've grown. Right now they're behind me, and if y'all want to see the progress, it's all on my Patreon. I think we're on like the month update to those. Super exciting. None of them died. So yeah, in the future, see, I'm already like thinking the future. Probably gonna put them here just because this shelf is a lot taller than the one behind me. Syngonium, some philodendron. I want to keep my philodendron luxurians here now. Let me just grab her because she's so gorgeous. I need to show this plant again. So this leaf unfurled the whole time. Oh my god. Ah, it's so cute. And big. Oh my gosh, that's my head. So this leaf unfurled right under the vent. Like she was right over here. But man, oh man, look at this. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Will be in my favorites video again. That's a good peach. Girl. I did this already. I'm prioritizing bigger shelves, so I added this one. My plants are gonna grow, so future Kevin will thank me. There'll be enough room to just move a plant to this shelf. Oh yeah, and then leave enough room between the bottom shelf and the floor. So let me show you. So the shelf that I made that has the Monsteras against the window, I actually raised it quite a bit because I know this corner gets really dirty. And I remember, even though there was enough space for like a vacuum, I couldn't put my Swiffer wet jet underneath. So I left enough room for that. For this one specifically, I just need to leave enough room for the electrical box. So in here, I have my power bar, and that's where all the cords are gonna go in. Now, when you have plants, you don't want like these outlets just open to the environment. And so by protecting it, by putting it in this box, no, I feel like you need this. But anyhow, do you see how it slides so nicely underneath? And then here's where the cord is gonna thread out. Hey, yes, I'm on track. Let me just double check if I have anything else. Okay, cool, we're halfway through the list. I made major bullet points for some. And so the next bullet point was which plants will die if they don't have a grow light over the winter. Short list, I said propagations as the only plant. And then I put Hoyas as a secondary, but they won't really die. They'll just not grow. And you know, potentially they might rot, like root-wise, if they don't have enough light. At least that's what I have found with my Hoyas. I know they can tolerate, I don't want to use that word because I feel like they are still suffering when they have low light. They'll appear like they're okay if they have lower light. But in my experience, you kind of see root rot in those situations and they don't grow. There are certain ones like Mathilde, one of the hardiest Hoyas, probably because it's mixed with Carnosa. So obviously I was thinking about where my propagations are going to be. Mainly the Hoya props will be on the rolling wire racks when I put them back. So that's fine. The next point, plants that don't need to be directly under a grow light. Mainly the ones up here, the big ones. Like most of my mature Anthuriums, unless they're propagation. So Beechii, Esmeraldins, Forgetii, they're all kind of staying where they are. Just against the south-facing window. There's a chance I might move them. September's fine. It's when you get into October when you get less hours of light, so that might change. Philodendron Melanochrysums, any Syngoniums, They don't necessarily need to be right under a grow light. My Rhaphidophora pertusa. The next point says floor plants. Now I put this because when I put these wire shelves, I'm obviously adding another one. And I just need to remember that I need to put these big plants somewhere. So my Rhaphidophora pertusa, she is about to hit the ceiling on this table, so I do have to move her to the floor. And my Philodendron Brandtiannum. Y'all saw in the beginning, I had to drag her on the floor.
Okay.
It's good to have a refresher. So yeah, here, I love this. Okay, so this is a plug that's gonna go in here. It's attached to the grow light on the far end there. So now, I'm gonna put a grow light here, secure it with zip ties, then link it like this. Then on the other side, link it with the one that's gonna be here. This will link to this one, and then this one stays the same. Again, I planned this so I wouldn't have to move a lot of the grow lights, like even though I'm just rotating them. You can only like put certain plugs on certain ends, so yeah, let's do it. Okay, y'all, are we good? I'm gonna plug it in and see if everything works. I did drop a few of the grow lights. I know, so I just wanna see if it's working. Are y'all ready? Ah, it's bright. Oh, this is great. Do you see how bright it is? I don't know if you can see because the window's there. So 8 lights total. Wow, wow, wow. So 3 grow lights here, 3 grow lights here, which means 6, and then 8. So that means this rolling one's just gonna have to do like a separate, it's just gonna have to be attached to a separate plug, which is fine. But let's see if this works. Please, please, please. Yes, we have light. The Hoyas have 2 grow lights. I haven't done this in a while. That's gonna be really exciting. Thai constellations over there are happy, and then the Hoyas, 2 grow lights right there. Also, I want to point out something. So I'm doing this strategy just in case something changes and it's not like a difficult move. So you can see the Thai constellation shelf. I have 2 shelves that are just on top of each other. In the event that I move these and I need like more shelving for smaller plants, I can just lift this up and essentially divide this in 2. Same thing with this rack over here. So I have one at the bottom. This shelf is pretty tall. I could just go like that and make 2 shelves in the future if I need to. And I'm gonna do the same with this one with the rolling shelf here. And okay, the last rack that I need to attach grow lights. So it's just gonna be 3, and we're just gonna, oh my God, this is exciting. How do we feel so far? I'm a little tired. I know I've sped up so much. It is now almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I started this around 9-ish. I'm pretty sure the one that I did in February, it took 10 hours and I didn't like film the rest of it because I was kind of frustrated. One thing that's very important when you're growing plants, in your specific growing area, whether that's a living room, bedroom, anywhere in your apartment or house, you need to familiarize yourself with the surrounding. And I have learned that although southwest facing window seems super luxurious for these plants, I've seen them suffer a few times over the winter when there isn't any sun, when it's overcast for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm not risking it with these plants, guys. Plus, I'm going back to propagating a lot of plants It's where my joy is when it comes to growing plants. Oh my god, I lost focus again. In summary, I know that this room might seem amazing. Seeing that a lot of my collection is Hoyas and seeing that a lot of these plants are actually not that close to the window. And on top of that, all these giants over here are kind of blocking the light from all the other plants. So that is why I always stress having grow lights. Also, if y'all were wondering what I'm listening to, I know I said country before, but it was 90s to early 2000s R&B. The women, the female artists around that time in the R&B genre were just untouchable. You got Maya, you got Toni Braxton, Brandy, Ashanti, Mary J. Blige. Like, oh my god. How come music sucks now? Okay, anyhow. So, I guess I'll start out with plants that need a lot of light. So, all my Hoya props. Hoya Lobii black flowers, just right under the grow light. So we got some Hoya crassipetiolatas, we got Hoya species Gunungating. Ooh, I just need to, I know I showed this before, but like, are you kidding? Look at the pinks. It's unbelievable. Okay, New Guinea Ghost, Mathilde. Look how nice. You know, they're right under the grow light. So yay, that's really exciting. And I actually had to shove a few on the other end here. The Gunungatings. The propagations. Gosh, I had to like shove them on the other shelf, but I want to put them here now. Let's put them here. Insulares. This plant is nuts. So hardy and such a fast grower. And the Insulares in between the Polyneuras. So there's been a change of plans. Okay, right now, I absolutely love what this looks like. And I didn't want to put, I mean, we'll see if I have to. I didn't want to put the rolling shelf in front because, I don't know, I kind of wanted like everything to breathe. Anyhow, going to the other side of the room, I wasn't gonna touch the side, but look at these Thai Constellation leaves. I really had to just push them out of the way. I think they'll be okay, but the black shelf that was against this wall is now against the window. I'm gonna have to fix the grow lights, but this rolling rack fits perfectly. And, you know, looking back at everything, it actually feels weirdly spacious, even though I do have an extra shelf. So, okay. See, this is the thing about this room. This is the thing about my brain, me, and like, you know, all this stuff. My dad raised me well. Do you know why? He was so good and he worked in like shipping and like in a warehouse where for his job, he had to pack things. So growing up, he taught me how to like utilize space well. So I think this is good. Like I now have 2 new surfaces where I could put plants. The electrical though, I just kind of moved them to see if I liked it, and I like it, but now the lights are all messed up. I'm gonna try my best to link them all together. I think I only have 2. Okay, here's one extension. Here's a second extension. Okay, let's deal with this. And it looks the same! But you know what? That is kind of shocking. Did I say this before I cleaned? I don't even know. There's definitely more room. Like there's a bottom shelf here that is empty. There's a bottom shelf there in the corner that's empty. I don't, it's hard to explain, but like, this feels so much better. Like I said, this shelf by the door did not change. Got some plants at the top here. This beautiful tie. I'm doing a trade with this tie constellation with one of my patrons. It weirdly feels more open, even though this is pretty much the same. This table stayed the same. All those gigantic Hoyas stayed the same. My tie constellation there is fine. And then just putting 2 shelves. I guess I wasn't utilizing the space that well if I could fit 2 shelves in that corner. I am probably going to do another video talking about the lighting and why I decided to put these plants under grow lights. And in that video, I'll probably talk about at what level of light are they okay. Wait, we didn't do a, okay, 424. I still haven't cleaned the living room. I am still so stunned that everything looks the same. But now, guys, all the plants are getting the optimal amount of light, in my opinion, which is wonderful. It's gonna be good going into fall and winter. Like, they'll all be fine. Fall houseplant tour. This is why I'm not gonna show in this video, because I want to do like the new like tour. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If y'all don't know, I have a Patreon. So I want to thank everyone in my LECA Drop tier and my Strawberry Shake tier, but a very special thanks to those in my Burly Marks Flame tier, my Lobster Claws, Ryan Jones, Marnie McCallum, Gerda, Janice Upton, Francesco, Margot T, Remy Pabila, Lisa Mata, Jana Nelson, Crystal, Casey Grows, Daniel Wilcox, Sam Pennypacker, Blaine B, Carlos Howling, Gina Alexandra, Corlin Walters, Dormic Roy, Rocio Ramos, Kendra Prum, Stephanie McGinnis, Soda Rock, Danny Ellie, Alicia D, Courtney Evans, Simone, Kiki in the Garden, Artie, Taylor Janik, Dorthlu, Benjamin Fraley, Sammy Vertanen, and I want to welcome Manny, who is a new member in this tier. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!